y'all. This is Bucktooth Jack. Come join the Foul-Mouthed Owl crew on October 5th. That's right, October 5th. At Mojo, Maine on Main Street, Newark, for the Foul-Mouthed Owl Pinup Party. We will be having a live band. Pinup, MILFs, and Cougars will get in free. That's right, no cover for pinups, MILFs, and Cougars. Don't miss the Foul-Mouthed Owl pinup models and the crazy Foul-Mouthed Owl crew. October 5th at Mojo, Maine on Main Street, Newark.
September 13th, for only $3, the new EP, The Crawling Chaos, is coming out for digital download. You can get it at reverbnation.com/altar of Dagon. For all your recording needs, give Dirge Studios a call at 302-218-1501 and check out cephalopodrecords.com. And Abby Normal Tattoo, 302-368-7086, located in Newark, Delaware. Check them out. All right, let me get my headphones here. Can everybody hear? Ian, you got some headphones over there to put on, buddy.
Okay, I know you're gonna wear them.
Huh? No, you're going to be in on this interview. Right? So, welcome to the Foul-Mouthed Owl Show, everybody. How's everybody doing? We had a eventful weekend, to say the least. You're not on, are you?
Am I on? Am I on?
Is your battery in properly? Is your light on?
My light's not on.
You gotta hit the button and turn it on.
All right. Am I on now?
Now talk. Chat.
Talking. Speaking, talking. I don't sound as loud as everybody else with real mics.
Go ahead.
Is that better? A little bit. Yay, nay?
I'm getting nothing. Is the mute on? You got the mute on.
Do I? Oh.
Yep.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey!
Talk, say something one time.
Something one time.
Okay. You're in there. All right, so we are at the Foul-Mouthed Owl Show. We are back in action. Technical difficulties. How's everybody doing today?
Good. It's an ugly day.
Awesome. Yeah, it's pretty shitty out. I'm kind of miserable.
Kind of miserable. Fucking hurricane came and swept away the summer, brought fall,
Yep.
brought the clouds and the gray skies and all the drama that comes with it, looks like. Fucking moon was half full last night. Or was it half empty? I don't know.
It was half empty. All the manic depression's kicking in now.
Well, we're sitting here. We have a couple of new characters at the table today. Miss Erin is here filling out some paperwork for us. How are you tonight, Miss Erin?
I'm good.
Erin is here for the pinup calendar. You're going to get your pictures done tonight. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is this your first modeling experience?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk to you a little bit more about that. And we're also here with Steve from Concubine. How are you tonight, Steve?
Very good. How you doing?
Flip that mic his way a pinch. There you go. That's fine. So, here you're out of a band, man.
Yeah.
How long now?
Hell, 3 months now.
If I put up a drum set and started jamming on guitar, you can follow right along, or you got to learn the songs?
We follow along.
Follow along? Most songs on the radio today, you just hammer them out.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good drummer, Steve from Concubine is now no longer with Concubine, I guess. And he is available. Look him up on Facebook. What's your last name, Steve? Or
Carpenter.
Steve Carpenter, C-A-R. If you can't spell Carpenter, you go back to school.
That's right.
Steve from Concubine. Look him up on Facebook or give him a call, 302-220-3848. So, did anybody here listen to the Mojo Maine anniversary show over the weekend?
I had my kids up until yesterday.
Okay, well, you missed out. But you could check it out later. So you did, Ian?
Yeah, I checked it out
this
morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd you think
About what?
about the show?
I think it was all right.
Mark.
Well, you had to hear it to know what was going on because you
Yeah,
weren't there.
I think you really have to hear it. Oh, all right. It was good.
It was good?
It was good.
You liked it?
I liked it.
Glad you liked it. What do you think, Miss Ashley?
Miss Ashley doesn't even want to talk about it.
What was going on with you and Ian Saturday night, Miss Ashley? I sensed some angst coming from you when you were talking about Ian.
I was getting mad at Ian. It was terrible. And then I cussed him out. I dropped about 12, 15 F-bombs, along with a couple mofos.
What's wrong with the F-bomb?
Nothing. You know, it's just not not very Ashley-like. Or is it? I don't know. No, I drank way too much that night. I'm very embarrassed for my my podcast audio. I didn't even listen to the whole thing.
You didn't listen to the whole thing?
No.
Why not?
Because I got sick of listening myself. And also, I don't remember taking that shot of whatever that spider monkey crap was. Who did that? Did you do that?
I did mine.
Yeah.
It was what, vodka and it was like a bullfrog.
I don't even remember it.
I don't know.
That's probably what did
So
you.
your angst with Ian was coming from...
He wasn't producing. He disappeared. Where'd you go, Ian?
Sending out flyers and visiting friends on campus.
There was only so many flyers to be hung.
Visiting friends.
Visiting friends. That's what he was
I
socializing.
thought we
Visiting
were
friend.
friends doing a show.
That's right.
So Mikey G was there as well. I took him over to my buddies and we.
Yeah, I know. We had a guy showed up early. He was there early there to help us out, and he started hanging out with Ian, and
They both disappeared.
then they both disappeared.
Yeah.
Mikey G.
Yeah, Mikey said, I'll be your janitor.
Mikey was ready to. He was carrying stuff in. He was there early, and then he disappeared.
See, Ian should have been walking around all night getting people to the table for us to talk to.
Well, I got Ian's side of the story from Saturday. Right here. Look at this. Look at this. This 1 5-page letter is Ian's side of the story, folks.
Did he write a dissertation?
Which we're going to get into here
my
shortly.
God.
Okay.
All of it.
But we found out some revelations about the Foul Mouth Al show on Saturday night. Did we not, Squig?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. And some of those revelations are about to become on the surface.
This might not be good.
First of all, what is the Foul Mouth Al show about?
Rock bands.
music.
Getting music out, getting bands out, getting the word out. Listen.
They know who I'm
spreading
talking
the
to.
love.
These guys know who I'm talking to. They know who I'm asking the questions to. It's
Oh.
about spreading the love.
That's right.
Whose love to who?
It's our love to the
You and-
bands,
you and Ian's
to the
love?
community. No, not me and Ian's love.
You and Ian's love for each other?
Yep.
Is that what it's about?
Or love making.
Or is it about spreading the love for the bands, for the venue that we're at, the bands that are performing in the venue?
I feel like I'm getting in trouble. Did I do something wrong?
Yes,
Oh my god.
very much so.
There we go.
Everybody is going to find out what's happening here. There was some angst between you and Ian. All of a sudden, your critique of Ian's work became pretty heavy at one point in the night, and I was trying to figure out why, and I think I know why. Do you know why, Miss Ashley?
I don't know what you're talking about, Al.
Okay. Did you and Ian have sexual relations at some time or another?
No, we did not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ian, I'm going to have to call on you to speak at this time.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
You know, I don't usually kiss and tell. But
We have a discrepancy at this time. So,
Please tell me this is
Miss
not
Ashley,
going.
Miss Ashley,
you
you
cannot put
have
this on the air.
Miss Ashley, you have the floor for 3 minutes or until you say you're done. The time is yours.
I'm
Begin
done.
now.
I'm done.
So you're not going to say anything to defend yourself. You have the right to not defend
No,
yourself.
I'll tell you the story off the air, but I will not tell you the story on the air.
It's either yes you did or no you didn't.
Well, we're gonna
No.
hear Ian's whole.
Ian's-
night.
I'll read my email.
I've got Ian's side of the story.
Oh my god.
So I'd like to know what was happening Saturday night to where there might have been some angst from you when you were talking to Ian.
Huh. Well, can I, wait a minute. I will tell the real story. There's just
That's
some,
what we
there's
wanna
some-
hear.
Well, there's some stipulations that have to go along with it.
Your time is running. You had 3 minutes.
No, I can't talk about it on the air, Al. I'll get my ass in trouble.
I'm going to ask the
Really.
questions that will bring the
my
revelations to the surface.
You're already in trouble from what Ian said.
I'm blushing just from listening to this.
In trouble. Seriously.
All right, let me move on. Since
You cannot put that on the radio. I'm telling you that right
listen,
now.
listen.
I'm telling you
You
right
put
now.
a lot worse than that on the radio Saturday night.
Yeah, I know I did, but there's been a new clause.
All right, well, Santa Claus. It's like him. It ain't real. You're not 18 under 18 listening to the show. Don't worry about Santa Claus. He's real. All right, nobody's allowed to speak until I finish my spiel,
Thanks,
and I'll give
Ian.
you folks
Ian, you just fucked
an
my world up.
opportunity to respond. Okay, Ian,
Yeah.
you first,
I can't
buddy.
hear myself.
Can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
All right. Cooler T and I are having some issues right now, and if I continue this conversation, it's going to be really bad.
Well, I told you I had a female.
So what does that mean?
That means exactly what I said.
I don't understand. You don't understand what you're saying.
I'm beating around the bush is what I'm doing.
Well, don't beat around the bush. Just tell us what you're saying.
Well, I don't want to talk about it on the air. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it to be broadcasted.
Well, if you got, I don't understand. There's got to be something. You got to be able to say. I don't understand. What can't you say on air that you got to say off air?
Because if he hears out about this, he's going to flip his fucking head.
Okay.
And I'm really not needing that to happen right now.
All right. Well, I don't know what to tell you. We've got the other episode up there. What's he going to think of that?
What other episode? Well, he's not going to listen to that. He won't
Mojo?
listen to it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So if he's not going to listen to it, there's no problem then, right?
But he could. That's the thing.
Well-
That's why I just want to flush it all down the hopper.
Well, it's this. We're creating a show where we're creating content. You know, what you did Saturday was part of the show, right?
It sure was.
So I'm just.
Let you know, like how you edit parts out that don't sound good and things like that when you do the show. We can kind of edit this out.
Yeah, but this makes the show. This is what the fans want to hear. They want to know why that my fucking producer was down the street and wanting to bring rap artists from down the street in a college dorm and not the people that were at the fucking bar. You know, they want to know why we're worried about getting laid at the show instead of trying to pick up all these fucking guys that are that aren't even single when we're supposed to be there promoting the club. So let me go on with my spiel, and then you can say what you want.
Oh my God.
And it is one thing to be a lousy producer, but you're only lousy because you think too much about how you look and with your dick and not with what you're doing. Okay? I know what it's like to be 20 years old, but you need to care more about what you're doing, not just in the production of the show, but in your interactions with the crew members. You cannot go sleeping with the co-host and thinking it's cool. Since you're really not interested in sleeping with her again, she is critiquing your job very heavily, and with good reason. You've been slacking in the production of the schedule and not thinking in the best interest in the show. In addition, you left us early at Mojo, Maine because you didn't want to deal with Ashley because of the situation that you created, and you did not hang out and stick out with us the majority of the night. Remember, the goal at these remotes is to promote the artist in the venue, performing at the venue, and the venue itself from which we're doing the remote. In order to do this, we got to be sober enough to pay attention to what's going on, show up and get briefed, help create a plan for doing the taping, hang out throughout the night, and deal with the artists that are in the club, making things happen instead of your fucking buddies in the dorm room smoking bongs and making beats. Right? How many times did you come to me that night? I got these rappers around the corner that I want you to interview.
3 times.
Where were we that night?
Mojo.
Where were you?
I was being stupid, walking around campus. I was
Okay.
being productive some way, handing out a few flyers.
Enough. Ashley, you're just as guilty as Ian for sleeping with him. And you should have known better. And are you using our show to get laid?
No, I'm not out.
Okay. Because you didn't put you put your personal interest in front of what was best for the show the other night. In addition, you couldn't hold back when Ian rejected you, and we'll talk about more than that in a few minutes. And then you began to trash his work. You drank beyond your limit, put yourself in a bad position, and made everyone else uncomfortable with your inability to control your drinking. And these nice folks that are here with us now, they're probably a little weirded out by it.
Oh, was it that bad?
You stated that you have driven home much worse than that, which leads us to some concern that knowing these are not the best actions, you continue to drink like this, that you may have a problem. Our standard of behavior has to be set a bit above this display from Saturday and such that our alcohol consumption is not overdone. You need to listen to the rest of the show if you think we're over talking this.
No, I'm not. And as you know, through text message I've sent you, that I've already had that realization over the weekend.
Okay.
And I already addressed that with myself.
In a nanosecond, I cured myself.
Did I not? Did I not say that to you earlier before the show?
Right before the show, I got a text message that says you're not going to drink here anymore.
I'm not drinking here or on shows anymore.
And that you were apologizing to everybody else.
Yes.
Okay.
I already put myself on restriction over the weekend and punished myself severely, amongst other things that I've done.
I want us to have as much fun as we can, but our standards need to be better for controlling ourselves, mostly because I don't want to have to babysit each other. If you want to get trashed, then bring your own sitter. But I think it's in the best interest of the show if we controlled our consumption and maintain ourselves better than stumbling about, embarrassing ourselves, spilling drinks on equipment, displaying our breasts like it's spring break. Not that I mind flashing titties, but I think the co-host of the Foul Mouth Al show may have a little more class than flashing and doing all that stuff. If you want to be the flashy weather girl that drinks and shows up and does the weather or the news, then that's cool. But the person that sits next to me, I think, needs to hold a little higher standard than that.
And I understand that.
Okay,
I've already addressed that within myself.
Cured it with my brain.
I'm just making my
It was a bad day
my
from,
position clear.
I understand. It was a bad day from noon on that day.
I have cleansed myself.
But I will say this, this happened way before this.
Okay, well, we'll talk about. Well, I give you an opportunity to speak and tell your side, and I'm going to talk about.
And I know I was
Ian's
drunk,
side,
and
right?
I did. I apologized to you. I apologized to Ian, and I'm apologizing to everyone at the table. I know I drank a lot that day. And I'll say day because it led into the night.
And into the night.
And into the night. And I did call someone for a place to stay that night and got shunned by my own family. So
I will murder you violently.
that just
That
shows
sucks,
you where the
but-
love is in my world.
At the end of the night, I said, all right, it's 1 o'clock. We got to wrap it up. Everyone said already and looked disappointed. Of course, Ian had rappers from the dorms he wanted to bring into the venue that we were supposed to be promoting.
I will say this, at one point I was back to the table and there was no one else there for a good 5 to 10 minutes.
You had a poop.
Apparently everybody had to poop.
Ashley, that's not the only place that we're slacking.
Oh, good grief.
Every week you come in right before the show and begin to look for the news from which you were unfamiliar with and try to sort it out and read it on the air.
What? Wait, last week I started reading the news and everybody got up from the table and left.
I was still here.
Bible grippers.
Nobody was listening to
The
me.
listeners, our 6 listeners that download the show and listen every week, they're listening. That's who we're here for.
Well, I was at the blank table. No one was giving their 2 cents.
I was here.
And no one seemed to care. And everybody was saying goodbye to the 2 or 3 bands and 26 other people that we were interviewing that night. And it was
I
just-
want information. The listeners want information, damn it.
I hear you. Well,
I've
let me just say this.
stopped looking at the fucking news altogether, so I'm counting on you to keep me informed
I
on
understand
current
that.
events and news.
But also understand that I do have a real job during the day, and I'm usually
Well,
searching.
that's your problem.
Ah, sorry.
I feel bad for you.
I'm sorry I have a career and an income and a salary and
Yeah.
everything.
Be one of us.
I'm not playing that card, but I'm just saying when
you
I'm
can
when
play it
I'm
all you want.
searching news, I am at work, in between patients, Googling,
Well,
downloading, emailing, and
pull it up
printing.
on your phone when you're at Smithers in the afternoon
Oh, you.
on your lunch.
I think you've been talking to Cooler T. I see.
He sends me all the fucking inside information. How do you think I know everything?
He doesn't know anything.
He told me about Ian.
It's just mean.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, you better cut half this shit out of here.
Look, I love your spirit, personality, and everything else. All I ask is that you deliver the news to the listeners of the Foul Mouth Al Show.
I got you, Al.
Funny news is great, but we could just be discussing real topics that affect our listeners. We had an awesome band, Fat Daddy Has Been, who I didn't even know was fucking playing until they'd started because the band lineup had changed.
Damn.
I did not even get to interview them. So I apologize to them. I saw only 10 minutes of Rude Boy, none of Shane Palco, which I just realized I did see a few minutes of him. And his manager, which was who? What was his manager's name? Philip Skeen.
Is that
You remember Philip, Ashley?
that
Do
crazy
you remember
guy?
Philip Skeen?
Of course I don't. Why would you even look at me and smile?
Well,
You know
how
what the
can you
answer
forget
was.
him?
How can you forget
How can you
Philip
forget
Skeen?
him?
Philip Skeen sat down, and next to him sat Shane Palco, and we had a quick interview. I got
Point
to interview
taken.
Jared, but that was off the air from the Fakirs. He also owned the club. He sat down and hung out for a little while.
So you're basically feeling like the whole show was a disaster because of me.
Well, no, not at all. You are certainly owning your part, and I appreciate that.
I did, and I admitted that before you even scolded me right now, man.
And you did,
I feel like I need
and
to be
so
in
did Ian
timeout.
in a 5-page email that we're about to read.
Oh, God. I'm getting ready to quit.
Yeah, and she really put me down.
It is
there.
his job to go out there and embarrass people.
And we'll talk about that too. We'll get to that.
Did I put you down?
With all it takes to produce this show, I apologize to the
I'm done.
listeners
I'm
and
done.
artists
No, I'm done.
that I didn't have the time or resources to research each band, what was going on with them in order to be able to conduct a better interview. Again, it's highly important to me to produce a quality in our show and our content, and just being able to make all this work and engineer and set up and find out what the fuck's going on and being able to interview everybody. And Ian's bringing in more people that need to be interviewed. And Mikey G, who was already there, hooked up with Ian, got high, then disappeared. So Ian's a bad influence on Mikey G, our only other enthusiastic person to show up early that day. My point in all this rambling is to say, hey, I apologize to everyone that I've been unable to organize this better. To the bands that we should have interviewed, I promise results. Until I get a few people that have the desire to produce a show like this and the ability to drive and get around and help organize the produce the show content, produce some content and schedule some guests, I'm pulling back on the production of the show to maintain the quality and content.
It's over.
Things are moving fast, and without people being focused and into what we're doing, it's too much for me to keep up with. We will still put our show out every week, and we will be doing our remotes. We're just going to slow down with the number of guests that we're having until we can get a few more people to help us out. So with the time and effort that some people do put into this project, it's insulting to others to be so out of tune with what we're doing and what's going on. To me, Saturday was very important. It was our first time out of the studio. It was with an important venue I wanted to be at. It was with a lot of stuff going on, and the details were not paid attention to by the two most important people associated with the show other than myself. So, Ian, why should I keep you here?
I think you know I'll do better. I think you know I can do better. We've talked a lot since, the last show we did, and we built a good relationship, a good friendship, and I think you will keep me.
You think so?
I hope so.
Well, let's see what Ian's side of this was.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Dude. Even his fucking email starts with dude. Dude, I take 100% of the blame for this. Dude. I don't know why I said that I'd be there. I don't know why I said they'd be here for the 6th. We're referring now to... Tell them what we're referring to now.
Can we just read it and then over? Okay, never mind. There's a band, The Great Valley. I thought I had booked him, but I guess I mixed him up with someone else. It's in the email, and here they're not coming. So.
They're not going to be here. So I apologize to the fans of the Great Valley and to the Great Valley. And isn't that where the dinosaurs went in that cool movie with the kid?
The Land Before Time?
Yes. My kid loved that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I can think of is this. Maybe I was talking with someone else at the time about having them come into the show for a taping the night of the 6th. Maybe I got the two mixed up. But as I'm looking through my emails now, I see no other person that confirmed the 6th. The email could have been deleted, but I still have no real excuse, so I know I made a mistake. So if you were using a spreadsheet and you kept track of everybody, do you see how mistakes like this would certainly be avoided?
Yeah.
That's just one reason to do those spreadsheets that I taught you. The forwarded email below is the first time I came in contact with the band, so it's my fault, blah, 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 blah. He's trying to schedule something else. Bam, to try to fix things. Here's what he did. He made it in big, look, you can see it's in big letters. To try to
That
fix
means it's
things.
important.
Yeah, that's very important. I emailed the common room at UD today, so I apologize to them too because I've canceled that. They're not coming here. I don't want them here right yet. We'll get them in when the time is right. Dude, I also talk about this in person because it needs to be brought up. But here's a little brief in writing. Saturday night, first, let me say I'm sorry. I do know what me and Ashley did was a bit unprofessional. But before me banged, we both had the agreement and understanding that it was all in fun. We were fine during tape at your house, no drama, right? It wasn't until Saturday night at Mojo. So that sounds about right, wouldn't you say, Mr. Squig?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It started when I was sitting at the table where we're all set up for the Foul Mouth Al show. I was in a chair. Ashley and Squig were sitting next to each other in a booth. She was drunk. She was hugging on him and stuff, and they were laughing and having fun. I said, you guys would be a good couple. It'd be cool if Squig wanted to date you. Yous would have fun. Squig said, really? In a surprised, flattered, excited way.
Yeah, right.
Bonnie said, really? In a disgusted, offended way, and kept repeating it, the word really. That's when it started. So a few minutes later, Squig got up. Ashley asked me to sit next to her, so I did. Then she started feeling and hugging all over my junk.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
I didn't put the word junk.
Oh, look, now you're at, see? Now he's adding the lib.
And Squig's verifying. So where did I leave all her? Feeling my junk. Okay.
Yeah.
Hugging all, she started feeling and hugging all over me. Dude, I'm not a fan of PDA. What's PDA stand for, Ian?
I don't know what it stands
Public
for, but I
display
know
of
what it is.
affection.
I just wanted to hear I just wanted him to say he's using the term, but he doesn't know.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
He doesn't know what it stands for, but he knows what it
In
means.
fucking 100 years, we're all going to be speaking in abbreviations that we won't know what the hell they mean. Unless it's a girlfriend of mine or a girl that I'm into. I'm not into it when it's Ashley, who's older than me, and 2 minutes earlier she was doing the same with Squig. I felt so uncomfortable because people in the bar were even looking over thinking, what the fuck? And we were supposed to be doing a show for them. It just didn't look appropriate.
Good words, Ian.
So I told her to chill out. She told me to stop being so uptight. I then told her I have a girl coming tonight that I'm into, and I don't want her to see Ashley all over me like that. Ashley then turned into a psycho drunk lady mode.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
What did I refer to it? Sailor?
Is that, I didn't know what you were referring to.
Sailor.
Squig and I keep a good tight communication all week. And he sends me shit and I have no fucking idea of what it means.
Well, that's what that meant.
Until we get here. It's like, okay, so you're saying that Miss Ashley might have been like a sailor that night? Is that what you're saying? Ashley then turned into psycho drunk lady mode. She was like, oh really? Well, what is she doing with her life, huh? What is she doing that I'm not doing? That was it for me. I was ready to just get up and walk away, but I didn't. I said, come on, chill out. Squig was sitting right there still. So to change the subject, which was a mistake, I said, look, Squig's right here. Yous are cool, hang out with him. She got offended again and started repeating the word, really?
Oh,
Really?
I feel bad.
Not done.
She was legitimately pissed off and offended. I don't understand why. She's okay with him being in the running for the win a date contest. And she's okay with being seen hugging and feeling on him at Mojo. I left the room when she started saying stuff like, you really think I would go out with a fucking retard like that?
There you go.
I'm so sorry.
There
I didn't
you
say
go.
it, but I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
I've never felt so uncomfortable in my entire life as I feel right now.
Welcome to the Foul Mouth Al Show.
Gnarlington.
Dude, it was just little stuff the rest of the night that kept happening that made me feel real uncomfortable around her. For example, I passed out a few flyers to people outside. One girl got a flyer and came up to me just to say hey and ask about the show. I guess Ashley saw that and assumed that she was the girl and that I had planned on meeting at Mojo. Then Ashley was giving me faces and saying stuff like, oh, this is the
All right, I'm
chick.
pretty sure I know where this whole conversation's going.
But with her expressions only. And every time after that, when I saw her or talked to her, it was awkward. I remember we got into it again the last time. Her and I really talked that night. She kept it up, saying, really? Really? She was pretty drunk at this point and pretty pissed. Dude, it's got to the point where I felt like she was really about to make a drunken scene. She had that scary look in her eye. I was freaked out. So I tried to laugh things off and say, chill out. It'll be okay. She was then like mocking me and repeating me, saying like, oh, chill out. Really? Okay, really? And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I had to get out of there. She kept holding on to me and calling me uptight. I just didn't want to be around her because at that point I had crazy vibes and I was just thinking, this crazy bitch is going to axe murder me.
I didn't say that.
And I either have to have a drink or she's going to start yelling at me or I had to walk away. Dude, like I said, I'm sorry. I know it was unprofessional. It seemed like things were cool though. Before, it didn't get crazy until Mojo, Saturday night. Call me later. Miss Ashley, you get another 3 minutes.
Well, apparently I have a problem, Al.
What's that?
That's pretty obvious. Huh? What's the problem? Well, apparently I drink too much and then I run my mouth. I've already been lectured on this all weekend long. Clearly I understand the whole thing.
Okay. So,
It was a combination of drinking too much, being a little bit excited about being where we were, and just, the whole thing. So,
Well, you don't look like you're having a lot of fun.
apparently at this table, who should leave? Would be me.
I'm just asking you, do you want to stay? And if so, why should you stay?
I don't know if I want to stay. And it's got nothing to, well, it has something to do with the drinking, yeah, but now the whole scene's completely awkward. And this is also now, since school's back in session, I have the kids more. I've got my kids home alone on Tuesday nights, which I feel incredibly guilty about because I'm not with them Monday night either. But I do it because I enjoy this. It's been therapeutic, but apparently it's been overly therapeutic.
So
now I'm getting the feeling I'm sitting here and everyone's hating me right now. So
Nobody's-
Hey,
and
Ashley,
I'm
all
not-
of us has been through this. No one's hating you.
no one's hating you. I quit drinking because I'm an alcoholic. I knew I was an alcoholic at 17. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic. You can own it or you can dish it away.
I'm
I'm just setting the standard for where I want to take this show.
which I understand.
And I want to make sure that there's clarity and transparency, and everybody can see everything that's going on. Because if things are hidden in our pockets, then they make other situations awkward that just don't make sense, and it doesn't benefit the show. None of the things that went on and happened were in the best interest of the show.
Everything that happened
Everything
between
that we
all
just-
of us is great. You two got to work on what happened there, and that's about it.
I'm not asking anybody to leave. I don't want to fire anybody. I did not make this mess.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
But I had to deal with it Saturday night, and I put that show up, and the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to take it down, because I have people that I'm negotiating with right now to try and make something happen with this, and it may be a joke to some of you guys, but I take it very seriously. And when those people listen to that show, I don't want them to think that the co-host was represented to the best of her ability that night.
And she wasn't.
Absolutely
She
wasn't.
already recognized that. And you've clearly pounded it into my head within the last
With my mind.
45 minutes.
I was gonna say, it seems like forever. Swig over there. He's got a big smile on his face. Well, at the Foul Mouth Al show, I want you guys to know I do care about everybody. And the reason that I'm getting this out in the open is because I want us all to know what's going on. It doesn't need to be something that people talk about behind their backs. Shit happened, and it happened, and that's it.
Well, I would like to say this on that, too. I don't want to come off as some fucking crazy psychotic bitch.
F-18 to Top Gun, radical fire napalm dropping pilot.
So it was worded alcoholic, because I'm not. Do I drink a lot on occasion? Yes. Have I drank more than I ever have in my life in the last year? Yes, because I've gone through a lot of bullshit in my life in the last year.
Well, that's why we
So
understand.
I've been through a lot of crap. But to get an audio of it is what I needed to hear in order for me to say,
So what are you saying? You quit drinking altogether?
no, I'm not quitting drinking altogether. I'm just saying I'm not going to be I'm not drinking on the show. I'm not going to drink at the shows here. And if I do drink and decide that I am going to get drunk for whatever reason it may be, it will be in the privacy of my own home. I'm not even going to be drinking out. Period. I already had this discussion with my girlfriend. Because then she turned around and forced me to go out the following night with her, with this other guy, And I told her all day I didn't want to go. Got my arm twisted and ended up going anyway. And sat there like a turd half the night because I didn't want to be there and I didn't want to drink, and then got forced to have, well, not forced, she didn't pour them down my throat, but you know how it is when you're out with people. Just have a drink.
Saw the rally push.
The next one goes in your mouth.
Well,
But in my circle of friends, Ashley, I should say, is supposed to be some comedian that's on 24/7.
Well, I asked Albert if you
And-
wanted to take my spot, you'd be squig that night. You acted
Yeah,
like.
I was being squigged that night. But that's what I get pressured into when I go out, you know, and
More like triple squig.
that's where I get pushed.
well,
Not that has anything to do with the show, but I'm just telling you that that's my circle of friends, and those are the people that I hang out with. They influence me to behave this way.
like with the Ronald McDonald pictures you sent me.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and don't even fucking talk about that either. Jesus Christ.
It's posted.
Huh?
He posted it.
Tell me you didn't. I swear to
So
God.
many pictures, you can't tell who it is.
Look, I'm telling you right now.
Your face is a
I'm
little
done.
blurry.
All right. I really am. I'm fucking done.
No, I did not post that.
Oh damn! I was checking. I didn't know what you guys were talking about, so I just wanted to see before it got deleted.
I don't know. Fur
All right.
burgers.
I don't know. There's just a lot of turns were taken over the weekend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I just wanted to get this out in the open, and
And I feel like a real schmuck now. And Ian, I'm sorry. Really am.
Sorry,
I
too.
dearly apologize to you. Half of that conversation, I don't even remember. I don't remember any of that.
what about Squig? You said he was a fucking retard.
Yeah.
Yes, Squig, I did. When you're drunk, you are retarded. Are you a fucking retard in general? No.
I ain't half the retard you are when you're drunk.
Well, I know.
You were pretty retarded, Ashley.
I know I was retarded.
You need to listen to
So
the
you're the
second half of that.
retard.
Oh my God, what is this? Is this intervention? Is this what we're doing?
We can do that.
Well, I'm not Thomas Jefferson.
This is life.
God.
I'll drive you up to the rehab. We can shut the show down.
No.
I'll let Michelle interview Von Cole. They'll be here. We do have them. I schedule Von Cole. They will be here. Of course, I scheduled Reese 2 weeks ago. He did not show up. But he had a flat tire. He was on the way. So, all right. So we got those things out of the way. So, I mean, are you saying you're not interested in working here, or you are interested, or you got some questions to ask yourself, or what is your position here, Miss Ashley?
Well, I guess I have a lot of questions to ask myself now. A lot. Now that there's this big awkward ball of tension banging on the table.
Well, there's no awkward ball of tension. I just, I have to set a standard, and
Which I understand. And I think you than most of us take this seriously. You take this more, I mean, this is your thing. You think about this every day, all week.
not every day, not all day. I have 2 other businesses to run in which I spend a lot of time and a lot of effort. My time is organized very well so I can do all this shit. There's not enough hours in the day to do everything I want to do. And that's why I appreciate all you people that help me out with this show. Especially you, Ashley, especially you, Ian, especially you, Michelle, and especially Squig, who I interact with the most on a fucking almost hourly basis. Like, our reason to be there Saturday night was Mojo, Maine. It was their anniversary party. It was Foul Mouth Al Show's first remote. It was the bands that were there celebrating with them. It was their night to be promoted and pushed up on a pedestal. And the one band didn't even get to sit in with us at all. So, and you really, 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 really should have been focused on what we were doing there at that show. What in the hell are you thinking down around the corner?
I just remember the beginning was kind of awkward too. Remember when I first came and I said hello to your wife and her sister. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about that. But that was the beginning
You
of
called
the whole-
my wife's sister a fucking dude.
No, what happened?
Oh shit!
Listen, this is what happened.
Oh.
We talked. I guess she.
How you doing, dude? Nice to meet you.
Oh, what's
Dude, how are you?
I said, "What's your name, man?" And she said, "Debbie."
Oh,
And then
shit.
it was just like
That is
it
oh.
was too awkward.
It's like
bro.
saying,
Ashley,
when's
you're
your
off the
baby
hook.
due?
That's the worst.
Well, Squig said he wanted to teach him to dance
Hey,
like
I said,
Ellen DeGeneres.
I said, ask her to teach me how to dance like
No,
Ellen.
I
She looks like
apologize.
Ellen
We're
a little
friends
bit.
now. We're cool now. I apologize to her.
got the
I even
hair.
had a good conversation with her.
Yes,
and
you
your
did.
wife. And I patched things up. I did. I walked in. I said, "Hey, what's up, man?" And after she said her name, it was Debbie. Then it was weird after that. And then like more just crazy stuff happened throughout the night. So.
All right. Well, it seems like that we've set the standard, and I'm just saying this is the way that I want things to go. I take it seriously because there is a lot of time that goes into it. regardless of whether you have another job or you do this full time, or you know, I have 2 other guys coming here tonight. One's name is Dan Maffett and Pat Brown are coming. One guy does editing and one guy does production. So hopefully we'll have somebody that can work with us and help us out. Hopefully they can not think that the show on Saturday was a representation of what's going to be going on here. Because I mean, up until Saturday, we were doing a pretty good job. Some other feedback that I've gotten from people in the entertainment industry that are listening to our show is that we are cutting bands off. They're not getting to finish some of the stuff that they're saying. We're interjecting too soon. They don't get enough time, or you know, and that's stuff that I can work on as the host of the show if I have more help with the production side of it, Ian. So you got to start getting up before fucking 2 o'clock, buddy. That's the bottom line. So we are going to take a quick break. Coming up on the Foul Mouth Al show, we do have Von Cull will be here. Next week, we will have Rude Boy with Reese, MC Gusto, and the Ashley Smack win a date contest with Ashley Smack.
Yeah, I don't know. She's gonna have a date now.
Huh?
That's what I said earlier.
I don't know. She might be.
said ain't nobody gonna show up.
She might cancel the date. It's a good possibility.
It may be canceled, folks. We'll keep you informed. That's for sure.
Bring it.
September 20th, Lonely Roaded, Fenris musical comedy duo. On September 27th, it's Coffin Fly. They'll be there on October 5th with Mojo Maine for our pinup calendar dance party as well. Special shout out to friend Megan Slaughter from Facebook. And don't forget, if you're looking for a drummer for your band, give Steve from Concubine a call, 302-220-3848. Look up Steve Carpenter on Facebook. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Foul Mouth Al show.
Yay!
I need a drink.
I have cleansed myself. Goodbye.